One, and we're live. Hi, everyone. I'm back again with David. We are still going over the lists for Sealand Open. We're hoping to do all of them, but we may not actually have the time because it's a week out.
Yeah, we got started a little late on the list recording.
Yes, we did. People were busy doing all kinds of other stuff. Real
Life
life.
happened. Yeah.
Life happened. Yeah. Which sucks, but, well,
Let's see if we can power through a few lists now.
let's see if we can power through a few lists now. I'm going to share my screen and then we will go. And by the way, links for the lists in the description. Right. Last time we talked about the lists down to and including Kent. Now we're
Yes.
going to see Christopher's. Christopher is bringing Finnish platoon 20 order dice and 1250. So again, this is one of the lists where we are going to have to sort of separate out the 750, which I think is down to here, and so the first platoon I think is his 750. So he brings the second lieutenant, then Winter Wall Rifle Squad, 6-man. Nice. That's what you do. You bring 6 men in Finns. Sissy Rifles, 6 men, tough fighter. Nice.
Very nice.
Sissy Recon,
Ooh.
6 men. Sissy Recon, 6 men. Lots of sissies. That is so cool. Sniper team, anti-tank team, medium mortar team regular with a spotter, light AT gun. That's one thing I don't really get. A T-28 Pastuna, which has a howitzer. Really like that one as well. 130 points. I think it's very, very affordable and worth it.
Yeah,
absolutely. A mule team and a Komsomolette.
Makes sense. I really like this list. And for anybody who may have watched the previous video where we talk about Jan Petersen's Finnish list.
Yes.
Where his mix of squads and number of people was something we commented on. I think this is the way. This is the way to go. The way Christopher has done.
Yeah, I think so too. He's got 12 order dice, and it's a very tight list.
Yeah.
The only thing you might like, this CC Recon has tough fighters, the others don't, so my OCD hurts a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
do they? I mean, tough fighters. Do they really need it? Probably, I wouldn't.
No, maybe if you're going up against like a very assault-oriented army, you can throw that one Sissy Recon up in front of the others and just say, try and charge me. I'll fight you.
Yeah, that's true. I like the tank.
Yeah, right.
What is he putting in the Komsomolette?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Just the first squad he has.
No, I think the anti-tank rifle.
But what was the first squad?
The first squad is just 5 regulars.
So he doesn't even have the Faust in that. No. So yeah, okay. No. So it's just basically a dice.
A backline holder hoping to
with
stay
an
on an objective. Yeah, or guard his artillery section.
It's also because they're unreliable, so incredibly cheap. It's 35 points with an LMG.
Yes, it is.
What?
Yeah.
It was 60 for the Soviets to buy. It's a really cheap Komsomolette. It's also unreliable.
Incredibly cheap. Yeah. Incredibly cheap. Second platoon. This is his upgrades. So another lieutenant, another Winter War unit, another Sissy Recon.
Oh, I love it.
8-man tough fighter. So again, beefing up.
Yeah.
Another sniper because of course you do.
Ouch!
Double Finnish snipers. That's
they hit on it too, right?
They hit on it
so
too.
Insane.
From ambush, yeah. Anti-tank rifle team, light mortar team. Oh, I would have wanted that to be a medium mortar. Yeah. Medium howitzer with a spotter and a truck.
I actually like the medium howitzer in this list just because it kind of plays into his ambush tactics that the entire list has.
Yeah. And then he also has double howitzers, which I also really like because he has got the Pastuna howitzer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually have liked to see both snipers in the 750 list just because.
Yeah, but it is difficult.
So strong.
Yeah, but it is really difficult when you have to buy
Yeah,
2
true. It's
regular
a really
lieutenants.
expensive officer. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it does become really expensive, and you have
Yeah,
to get 2 infantry sections in each as well.
yeah,
I mean, he does have 2 here, but yeah, what would you sacrifice? What would you pull out of your 750 in order to get that? The light AT gun, maybe?
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
I think the light AT gun is the biggest question mark in this list for me.
yeah, yeah. That's a bit of a misclick for me as well.
Yeah.
Right. Then we have Lars. Now, Lars is also one of the EOs, and he has been freaking out about everyone's lists here. So let's see if his list is easier to go through. I don't think it is, but he has everything on this. Oh, let's see if I can enlarge it just a little bit.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. Right. So he has a second lieutenant inexperienced. He has a limited artillery observer. He's bringing case blue Italians, by the way. Limited artillery observer. I like that. It does mean he has it, but it's
What
not
is
that great.
what makes it limited? As in,
I
what
think
is the rule
I
change?
think it has a smaller range band on the effect of it. I think that's one part of it.
Okay, so it's harder to get in or harder to get
Yeah,
down on the
yeah,
turning order.
yeah.
And what is
But
the
it does encourage your opponent to spread out a little bit, which is what you want, basically,
absolutely?
right?
What is the
So,
point difference then? Because a regular observer is 100. What is this?
yeah, this is 50.
50.
Yeah, so it's also
Damn,
very,
that's
very cheap.
cheap.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very, very affordable,
Yeah,
and it does give you the
and it might
effect that
still
you're
come
looking
in
for.
and have the full effect for price of half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then late war Paris, they can get the Faust, and he does take double Faust.
Ah, that's excellent. 6-man,
Yes.
perfect size.
Yeah, it is.
He has
Then he
one
has
assault
the
rifle to get the top fighter in. That's
Mhm.
perfect. I love it.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then he has 2 surrender squads, as they're affectionately being called, the Costeri, which are Sturkis and have the surrender special rule.
What does the surrender special rule do? I
That
don't
they
think it.
actually surrender. Like they can't really take anything in a fight, and then they immediately just quit, and that's it.
So
It's
they're basically just cheap dice.
Yeah, they're very, very cheap dice though.
What do they
Uh,
cost?
15.
15 points, and they still have rifles, right?
They still have rifles. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's
and
a
they can
cheap
you can
unit.
you can stick them in a truck or like keep them in your back lines, go down every time. I mean, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
And then double M battalion, 9-man squads, regular fanatic tough fighter. That is why you take these. I mean, because you get that
But he buys them
Credera
regular.
special rule. Yes, and I think he should have taken better. I think, but they're very
Absolutely, I
cheap.
agree. I
They're
mean,
very
yes,
cheap,
they're
but
gonna.
yeah.
If he faces someone,
Mm.
yes, he'll kill stuff, but
Oh
he
yeah,
will also die in droves because they're
yeah,
regulars.
yeah. He will. Medium mortar inexperienced. For my viewers abroad, this is pretty much the standard meta now in Denmark. Everyone takes medium mortars inexperienced.
It's the only
Um,
thing that makes sense. Fight me.
we're gonna have to argue with the Brits about that one. They
Oh, that's
all
fine by me.
take them regular.
I know.
Then an AT rifle, which is just so good for Italians now.
They
Flamethrower,
they get the reroll if they
reroll,
don't
yeah,
pin the first time. They get to try again. So they have to hit obviously, and then they get to try
yeah,
and penetrate. And then if they don't, they get reroll. Is that it?
yeah, exactly. Which is
Insane.
just yeah, very good. A Breda, which has the same special rule, again, just very, very good. The Polizei Dhaka M15 tank here, again,
Obvious good choice for
obvious
Italians.
good choice. A Fiat, which has 4-man transport capacity. I'm not sure what he puts in that, and a
The
mule.
flamethrower team,
Yeah, of course, the
and
flamethrower.
perhaps the AT rifle as well.
Yeah, good.
He
Yeah,
could lob them both up on
and it
something.
is regular, so he could even outflank with it.
He could outflank, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a semi-strong outflank. So
that's a fairly strong outflank. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Nice list. I think we're in agreement that the M battalion is maybe the only point we would have done differently if
yeah,
if it was us. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. How many dice does he have in the 750 then? I think you mentioned it, but I don't remember.
14.
14.
Yeah.
I think I would have accepted 12.
Yeah. Just in order to get them to be veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. And you could even have, I mean, I'm not sure. The surrender squads would not have been enough. Something else had to go. Not sure what would
Yeah,
go
okay.
though. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, let's see how he upgrades that. He's been nice
He's
enough
made it
to
easy on us.
clearly show the green here is what he already has. Sorry about that. Second lieutenant in experience. Another M battalion. This one 10-man veteran.
Now we're talking. Yes.
Now we're talking the big boys. And he brings 8 Savoia Cavalleria veterans as well.
Does that have the special rule that can do the double charge?
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how that goes.
Yeah, me as well. Medium mortar. If that gets down into your back lines where all your soft bits are, you're going to die.
Yeah.
But if it gets pinned on the way, if it doesn't get down there, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Another medium mortar here.
Love
and
it.
an auto blinder. Just that's so goddamn good. Light autocannon, double MGs. I mean, 3-way split fire, recce. It's just an AA track with a 360-degree light autocannon as well. So
That was
the
one of the.
autocannons.
No, that one is a mistake. He has changed that out because that was a second tank choice. We just didn't get the new list into your folder.
Okay, yeah, because he was cheating a little bit on that one. 20
he
order
forgot.
dice. Yeah, but still, that's a lot.
I think it's a great upgrade. He has spent those 500 points well. I forget
really
what
well.
he changed the AA truck into. It was something a little bit less nefarious than an AA truck with an autocannon. Was it a? I forget what he spent.
Maybe it was another AT rifle or something.
I think
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Something like that. I think it's a really great upgrade.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a lot of power, this list. A lot of different movable parts as well, like different types of units doing different things. Yeah.
I think the inclusion of the horses is great, especially for day 2, considering the 2 missions that we have where it's a lot about capping points.
Yeah. Then we have Magnus. Magnus is a completely new player.
Oh, hello, Magnus.
Yes.
Good luck.
And he's been cropping up a little bit when I've had rookie play dates down at the friendly local game store.
And games.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, should we go to a tournament? And I was like, yeah, you should. And so he's cropping up. 21 order dice Brits here. And this is again one where we have to separate the different platoons, but he buys an inexperienced lieutenant, and then he goes para nuts. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of paras, 5-man here, 6-man there, 5-man there, and here we have a 7-man unit.
Is this the case of I have this is what I have, this is what I'll get?
I think it is a little bit. But it's not bad. I mean, veterans with submachine guns is not bad at all. It's just there are other choices that are a little more optimized.
And I mean, an LMG on Paris is an interesting choice.
Yes, it is.
But he does not get the SMGs on that. Very well done. I like that. That he doesn't get the SMGs on that. Okay.
And I really like everything has stubborn here. So he's practically immune to flamethrowers, which is nice as well. He buys toughest boots, which again it gives you an extra attack per 3 men. So he can actually choose to have the NCO with the submachine gun be the guy who gets the extra attack. So he gets tough fighter on that extra attack. I think it's a nice little upgrade for this. I maybe would have went with Vengeance instead, that removes pins, but
to get people
get them moving. Yeah, exactly.
Would Sugar's make sense? Not Sugar's. Up and Adam make sense in this case.
No, I don't think so, because that's for assault troops. These are not actually assault troops. They're close combat or like close encounter oriented. They're good at firefights. I don't think they're assaulters as such.
It's the veteran with tough fighter.
Yes, I know, but that just doesn't cut it anymore for me.
Okay.
Medium mortar team, spotter, sniper team, flamethrower team, all of this regular. Pier team, 6-pounder. So I guess it's very much a case of what I have in my collection. British Recce Jeep, that's always good. And a Jeep transport for the flamethrower. That's the 750.
I think this is a really, really great list for what it is. Gurkhas will always be better, but if you're not bringing Gurkhas, I think this is a strong British list. It has a lot of fun bits.
Yes, it has.
Obviously, the medium mortars should be inexperienced.
Yeah, well, he's new. He'll learn.
Yeah. No, I like the Pier team. He could also, instead of the Pier, either the Pier team or the flamethrower team will need transport.
Yeah.
He only has one Jeep.
He's got one Jeep, yeah.
So he has to choose which one, because the Pier team with 12 inches is also...
For me, it would always be the flamethrower that gets it. The Pier can actually walk a little bit. I know it's regular, but you place it down behind some line of sight, like in terrain, and hope that the enemy stays at range, right?
Yeah. So it's more of a deterrent than
I think so. Yeah.
He does. I feel like he's lacking a lot of anti-tank. The Pier team with that short range and the 6-pounder is not enough.
It's always a problem for Brits. Always anti-tank. That's the main worry for Brits. Now he upgrades it with an inexperienced lieutenant, with another paratroop section, and this one was one of the really brilliant things. Auxiliary Military Pioneer Corps section. I love these guys. I have mine standing right next to me right now. I'm working on mine.
What can they do? What do they do? Just unarmed?
They're inexperienced. They're unarmed. So they're very, very cheap. And that's something that you often lack with Brits. Everything is expensive. All your infantry is veteran. These guys are just dirt cheap.
So backline holders.
Backline holders, yeah. Free artillery observer, Gurkha Perez, yeah, and another auxiliary pioneer corps, sniper team, and boys AT rifle. So no tank choices in this one.
No tanks
at all. And
I don't understand the
7-man units here. Sorry?
Submachine guns on the Gurkhas. Take them out.
Yeah, they're not necessary. The Gurkhas should be charging, not shooting if they're within 12. Yeah. I agree. But yeah.
And that's because he gives them 5 of them has submachine guns? That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points.
So that's 30 points in total.
No, it's not, because it's only 2 points because they have top fighter and so it's 10 points.
So 20 in total, yeah.
20 in total, yeah. But that's still enough for another order dice or something upgraded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like this list a lot. So it turns into 21 dice in the final count.
Yep, it does.
Oh boy, that's
Yep.
But I think he will struggle against armor.
Yeah.
Even if it's only the 8+ light tanks with a lot of DACA, he's gonna struggle because he has a boys with tank rifle, he has a Pier team, he has a 6-pounder. Yep. That's things that are fairly easy to play around in with a big armor choice.
You're gonna outmaneuver him. Yeah. And that is the main worry, but he might be really good at moving those units. Now we have the final list, I think, today, which is Mark Milstead.
Yes, Mark. I'm looking so much forward to seeing him again.
Yep.
Such a great guy.
He had one mistake, and that was he had put a free unit in his 750, so that goes away, which means it's 11 dice, not 12.
Okay, understood.
20 dice in 1250. Second lieutenant, inexperienced, because he's bringing French, by the way.
Oh, very nice.
Foreign Legion, veteran infantry, 8-man rifles, stubborn. So, and then he brings 7-man Foreign Legion veterans.
Yes.
And then regular infantry, 1, 2, 3 units of regular infantry with a single LMG. So these are going to be sitting behind the legionnaires, I think, and shooting past them with the LMGs.
Yes.
Inexperienced medium mortar.
Hey, there we go. A
Yep.
Brit that listened.
A Brit that listened. A medium howitzer with a spotter. Of course, this free howitzer goes away. Regular motorcycle with the machine gun. It has recce, turn on the spot, everything. And he brings 1, 2, 3 of those because you can.
Love it.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I have a dream of someday building a French list because the idea appeals to me, and the Foreign Legion, and I think this is a really good bit at a strong skirmish list.
I think so too. There's a lot of skirmish power.
As
And
with everything else, if he faces Bjarke's Japanese or one of the multitude of Gurkhas that's coming this weekend, it's gonna suffer a little bit, but it's all about going on ambush. And 7 man with an LMG on ambush is not something you want to run into if it's on ambush. That's
and especially
a great
also
deterrent.
if he has one of those motorcycles lying next to them, also shooting as well. It's going to be a struggle getting into this because it's so much firepower going your way.
I agree. I think it'll be a little difficult for him to try and move up the board to get at any potential.
But that's where the stubborn legionnaires are going to go forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this is a very nice first list.
Right. Then we have the second platoon, which is an inexperienced lieutenant with an assistant. He has Moroccan Gourmiers. They are tough fighter. So veteran 8-man rifle tough fighters.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. And he has two units. One is 7, one is 8.
Yep.
A regular sniper. A AA gun, twin light autocannon.
Nice.
And 3 motorcycles again.
And then of course the free howitzer is added into this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
One of the motorcycles, by the way, has an AT rifle instead of the LMG, so that's interesting as well.
And I think that in the first 3, one of those did as well. I think I saw that one.
Yeah,
does as well.
It did. Oh,
that's
nice.
A strong move. I really like that because I was about to say I really would have loved to see a Chablis.
More anti-tank, yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see an armor. Just because I also love the French armor. It's a little bit mean.
But this anti-tank rifle, because it's on a motorcycle, it can really easily get up into the side of enemy armor and just start taking those side shots or rear shots.
I mean, an AT rifle into the side of anything with vulnerable or thin sides. Whew, that's gonna hurt.
It is.
I like this list.
It's a really nice list. Mark, I really hope you do well with that. That is a great list. Really cool to see, and I think it's also going to look really pretty.
It usually does. Mark is a great painter.
Yep. Right. That was it for us today. We are running out of time, and it's Sunday evening here, so we're gonna have to end it here. But again, thank you so much for coming on, David. And for giving us your opinion. You are much nicer than Michael C. usually is to the lists.
I think that's just a general abroad, not just about lists. That's just.
Yep, much nicer than Michael. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll see you next time. Cheers.